Welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish, and thank you for tuning in. I apologize for not having a show last week. Family emergency came up. Everything's okay, though. Let's see. Let's talk. A lot of stuff has happened those last 2 weeks, but let's kind of look at last week. There, RKO opens up the show on Raw. Gunther interrupts. Great crowd, by the way. I can't remember where that was, but Gunther had some massive heel heat. RKO, great pop. Also, Kaiser attacked Orton from behind. Obviously leading up to the Bash and Berlin feud finalization that they're going to have. Pete Dunne versus Sheamus was next. Sheamus wins. He had Maxine versus Ivy Niles because Ivy had turned on Maxine the previous week. Kind of saw this coming. At least I expected it to happen. Maxine looked a lot better. She is improving. I got to give her props. I really do. At least she's working on her craft, So I got to give her props for that. She hasn't been in the business all that long, I don't think. I could be wrong with that, but let's see. Lights drop. Wyatt 6 music hits. Fireflies are out, obviously. Nikki Cross enters the ring. Nikki attacks Ivy Miles. Wyatt 6 enters the ring and attacks American Maid. Uncle Howdy hits his sister Abigail and Chad Gable. Let's see, fans going nuts. We had a CM Punk promo after this. We find out that the Punk versus Drew is going to be a strap match, if I could speak. New Day beats the Final Testament. Had Bronson Reed versus Miz. This is kind of just a further Bronson Reed's new image as a tough guy. Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio with the Judgment Day. Priest beats Dominic, but the Judgment Day does beat down Priest and Ripley. And we had Damage Control versus Pure Fusion Alliance. I'm not sure I like the name, but okay. Versus Unholy Alliance in a 3-way. Unholy Alliance wins. Let's see, we have RKO versus Kaiser, which is meaningless, just prolonging the story right there. Taking us to SmackDown, Grayson Waller show opens up with Cody Rhodes. Then we had Santos Escobar versus LA Knight. After this, LA Knight wins. Still kind of waiting for LA Knight's real breakout moment in the ring. We still have yet to kind of see that. Let's see, we have the 6-woman tag, Unholy Union versus Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair and Naomi, Bianca, and Jade win that. Have way too many 6-man tag team matches with women. I'm sorry. Let's see, Bloodline versus the Street Profits. Bloodline retains. We had the DIY come out with the save against Bloodline. Again, they were beating down the Street Profits. Bloodline lays out DIY. Next we had Cody Rhodes and KO versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, which kind of had the setup for that in the beginning with the Grayson Waller show segment. Not a whole lot there. Like I said, KO and Cody win, but there was a little moment in this where they kind of teased. Well, I combined kind of and teases. Kind of teased KO turning against Cody. This might be a foreshadowing. I'm thinking that KO is going to eventually turn heel. I think he likes being heel. So I think that you'll probably see that at Bash of Berlin. Which is a week from this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, or is it this Saturday? Jeez, I don't even know. That's sad. Bash at Berlin. Let's find out together. August 31st, so it's this Saturday. Alright, good deal. When's that starting? Because I'm probably going to be at work when this thing starts, if it's anything like previous shows in Europe. Does it give a start time? Doesn't say in here, does it? Oh well. I'm sure it'll be sometime in the afternoon, I'm betting. Jeez, list the smart start time, dang it. Oh well, this kind of brings us to AEW. I don't cover a lot of AEW because shows have just been plain horrible and forgettable in the past, but we had All In at Wembley Stadium, which is, I haven't seen a final tally of the attendance, but early reports read anywhere from 51,000 to like 54,000, which is great, which is incredible for an AEW show. You know, pulling those kind of numbers is amazing. It's not 83,000 or whatever they claim the first one to be, but still 54,000 is amazing. I have to give them mad props for that. Let's see if that was the case. We'll find out later on if those were actually the numbers, but we shall see. Matches leading up to. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see this, which from what I'm reading, I mean, this really sounds like a pretty good pay-per-view. How do we start things off? Let's take a look at the card, though. Oh. Yeah, pre-show match. It looks like, dear Lord, was everybody in this match? What the heck is... how many matches were on this show, for crying out loud? Match results. Let's go. Let's take this one by one. I'm not really sure which what order these were in, but unfortunately, the site I'm looking at is horrible. Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson. This sounds like this would be an incredible match. I would like to see this. We had Bryan Danielson winning the belt off of Swerve. I'm glad that Danielson got the belt, but at the same time, I don't like seeing it taken off of Swerve. I think this feud's probably gonna continue. I could be wrong, but I mean, this was a retirement match, if I'm not mistaken. But so we get to see Bryan Danielson a little bit longer, but he kind of alluded to the fact that he was retiring this year. I mean, what does this mean for Bryan Danielson's future? Is he going to stick around a little bit longer? Is he going to stick around too long? Because his injuries are, in the past, been very serious, and he's taken some serious head and neck bumps while being in AEW. So I don't know. I mean, eventually someone needs to pass the torch to Swerve and let him carry the company. He's real charismatic. He's great in the ring. Why not have it be his time? You know, I don't know. Let's see. Had Ricochet make his debut, which was I think Ricochet pretty much fits right in with AEW. I just hope he doesn't get hurt because he's gonna have some crazy spots. Obviously, a lot of people are talking about a dream match between him and Bruv there. But Will Ospreay, which could be eventually, and should be entertaining. I just wish it. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't turn into a spot fest, but I know it's going to. So that's but Ricochet kind of fits right in with the AEW kind of whole Spot Fest thing. So I think he's going to enjoy some matches there, and then eventually I think come back to WWE. He needs to work on his WWE style, I think, because when he returns, which I think he will, he's not going to be able to do all those high-flying moves. And I think that's probably why he went to AEW at this point in time, was probably because he wanted to have some of those dream matches and kind of get those in while he was still able to, and that kind of makes sense. You know, you can go up against Ospreay, you can go up against Danielson, you can go up against Swerve, you can go up against a whole bunch of people, maybe be elevated to that upper tier, which he never really was in WWE. So it kind of makes sense. You know, he still has issues with promos, which aren't the best. Let's see. We had Jack Perry versus Darby Allin. Jack Perry does nothing for me. I mean, he's zipping up. Zipping up. Sure, he's fully utilizing this this whole scapegoat thing. So he's doing an okay job with that. I just he is what he is. He kind of comes off as a brat, and I guess you might as well utilize that as your wrestling gimmick. I think the important thing was, though, that Sting had a run-in at the end of this and made an appearance, so making the save for Darby Allin. So is Sting gonna, unretire kind of thing? I don't know. Let's see. Mercedes Moné versus Britt Baker. Wow. I am sorry today that I can't speak. From what I'm seeing, this was a real sloppy match, which doesn't surprise me because Britt is not that great a worker sometimes. She can be. She's still very green, unfortunately, which is not good. But Mercedes Moné is highly overrated. I'm sorry. I mean, she was good in WWE, but she's kind of run her course. We had MJF versus Will Ospreay. Excuse me. I saw a little bit of the entrance with MJF hyping the whole American title thing. A little bit of controversy with that. MJF had some major heat for that. I don't get it. Whatever. I guess you're in England. Okay. Yeah. I guess it makes sense. Ospreay wins. Not real surprised. MJF doesn't need the belt. Any belt, to tell you the truth. He's so good that he can get by without it, and a lot of talk of putting the belt on him and whatnot, but kind of leading the company, but he really doesn't need it. I mean, but he is the one homegrown star they have, really. Got some minor ones with Darby Allin, but he's pretty much it, and I would love to see him go to WWE, but I'm afraid they'd book him as an upper mid-carder. Can you imagine a feud between him and LA Knight, though? I think that would be tremendous. I really do. Casino Gauntlet match. Christian Cage won that. Who was in this thing? Adam Page, yada, yada, yada. I wish this website was listed everyone. Luchasaurus was in it. Blah, blah, blah. They're thinking that Luchasaurus is going to turn face because he came in as Luchasaurus and not Killswitch. With Christian Cage winning. That's kind of silly, I think, but they got a lot of new talent they have to put over. Having Christian Cage win means we're doing the TNA WCW thing, booking the old WWE guys ahead of the young talent, which is going to kill them in the end, but Young Bucks versus FTR versus the Acclaim. Once again, these on paper, these matches look great. Young Bucks retain. I hate the Young Bucks, so enough said. I would have loved seeing FTR versus Acclaim, but hey, we gotta put the Young Bucks over. Screw them. They need to go away forever. Chris Jericho versus Hook for the FTW Championship. This sounds kind of meaningful. We had Hook winning via submissions. This is the way it should be booked, and Taz intervenes and stops Brian Keith from interfering and locks in a Katahajimi. Yes. Katahajimi. One day I'll learn how to pronounce that. Sorry. He locks in a submission move of his own. I never said I spoke Japan, to quote Don Tony. That sounds like that would have been good. I need to see this. The more I look at this card, I really need to have seen this. Toni Storm versus Mariah May, and I know Mariah May won via pinfall. Interesting booking. I mean, does this set up even further of a feud between the two? The thing is, Toni Storm doesn't... I don't know if she needs a belt right now. She's so popular and she's doing so great with her gimmick. This is the first thing that's really ever worked for her. I mean, she has been absolutely tremendous with this. Her total commitment to this. It's a garbage gimmick, but she is working it to death. And I give her major kudos, major flowers for that. So I wonder if this is going to prolong the feud, or does she go after Mercedes Moné? Where does Toni Storm go after this? And do they continue this gimmick? I think they probably should for a little while until fans turn on her, and then kill the gimmick. But right now, I say run with it. See, Patriarchy versus Bang Gang versus House of Black versus Pac and Blackpool Combat Club in a ladder match for the AEW Trios Championship. That's way too many people in the ring. Holy cow. Blackpool Combat Club wins. Who really cares? I would love to see House of Black get this. I'd love to see House of Black, period. I used to love watching them. I haven't seen them in a while because I don't watch Collision. Because I really don't feel like wasting my time. It was good when CM Punk was there and putting the right people over, but now it's garbage. Jamie Hayter returns. I'm happy about that. I like Jamie Hayter a lot. Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, Shibata. I ain't even gonna try that. I like to call him Ciabatta, but and the Von Erichs versus the Kingdom Cage Fight Agony. That's interesting. Von Erichs and Rhodes are the ROH 6-man champs. I didn't even know that. Wow. Be nice if they showed ROH on TV sometime. What is that? Fightful now, or whatever they're calling it? Jeez. I'd love to watch the Von Erichs, see what they're doing. Winners were Dustin Rhodes, Sammy Guevara, Shibata, and Von Erichs. It says in the wrap up I'm watching, this match was a reminder ROH exists. I'm glad they put ROH match on this. Belongs there. It deserves it. How many matches were on this freaking show? Jeez. This is the other thing I hate about AEW. They book like 15 matches per PLE. I know, I just upset Swerve Strickland. Sorry, Swerve. Next match we had Mil Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii versus Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway. Nightingale deserves so much better. I'm sorry. Her and Ishii won via pinfall. All I have to say is I love Statlander. I love Nightingale. I'd love to see them in a real good match again. Is this the end of the feud between those guys? I'm guessing yes. Wow, this next match, Private Party, Dark Order, Anti-Ogogo, Satnam Singh, and Davari and Jay Lethal versus Top Flight. Leo, is that Roosh? I'm not sure. Action Andretti. It's a bad one. I don't even know who these people are. Tommy Billington, Kyle Fletcher, and Kip Sabian. Top Flight, Leo. Holy cow. Enough already. 8-man 10. How many? This is a mess. Holy cow. Please make it stop. Alright. That's a terrifyingly long, bloated match. That crap needs to stop. Everything except for those bloated 8-man plus tag matches looked good. I mean, you need to stop this garbage. That's not a match. That's a battle royale at that point, I should say. Wow, it looks like it was aside from that crap, it looks like it was a pretty decent pay-per-view, though. I need to watch this. I'm sorry that I didn't, guys. It looks like, in addition to, Bryan Danielson winning, did his wife come out at the end? Interesting. That's pretty cool. I don't know if she got pop or not, but that's pretty cool. And I always like to see stuff like that. I mean, call me a softie, but that's always cool when the spouses come out and congratulate their hubbies or wives, whatever. That's cool. Well, it makes me wonder big time what Bryan Danielson's future, though, is. I hope he doesn't try to prolong this career and go nuts. End up getting injured. That would really be horrible. Eventually, I think that if the company lasts long enough, I think they're going to offer Bryan Danielson some kind of general manager or a COO role or something akin to Triple H's role with WWE. I don't know if Danielson will want that, though. I think this guy's going to probably wrestle until he dies in the ring, unfortunately, which is too bad because he's one of the greatest wrestlers ever, at least in ring. Really bad, but hey, we'll enjoy it while it lasts, I guess. But that's really all I have time for, unfortunately. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let's see. Once again, check us out on crushingkayfabe.com, crushing with a K. Check us on YouTube. Check us out on Patreon. All the good sites. Check us out on Patreon and help us, please. $1 a month, and you can keep these lights on. If you like the show, just $1 a month. I mean, we don't even have a dollar store anymore. It's a $1.25 store. Dollar Tree is not a dollar anymore. So, but for $1 a month, you can help put food on my table and keep the lights on. So help me out here, bud. All right. But yeah, check us out there. Check us out at Then and Now in downtown Trenton, on the square. Or we got some stuff there. We got some great vendors there. We're about to bring down some more, hopefully, stuff down there. And check us out, Then and Now in Trenton, Tennessee. And prayers and thoughts going out to Ukraine, to Israel. And everybody, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully have a happy, healthy rest of the week and enjoy. All right, God bless.